We only have a couple of announcements, just housekeeping things that I wanted to let you guys know about. A lot of questions about the CPE credits. So if we had you on the printed out sheet where we already had your email address, we'll be sending something out. If we didn't have you on the sheet, let one of us know so we can write down your email address. Okay, like if you were walking and we didn't have you, or if we didn't have you registered, we'll be able to get you something out for the CPE credits. And they're walking around now for the evals, so if you want a last chance to get into the raffle that we're about to have, fill out those evals and some tickets will be going around. Okay. And so there are 2 sheets. One of them was talk to the 5 vendors, and hopefully you had a chance to do that. If not, the longer eval form, just please let us know what you liked, what you'd like to see next time, any kind of feedback like that. We'd appreciate it. That gets you in for the Red Sox tickets. Okay, so we have also had a couple of questions about Lost and Found. Good luck with that. Apparently everyone has the same colored bag here, so yeah, so if you do find anything, drop it off at the desk to one of us and we'll do our best to get it to the rightful owner. And if you are the rightful owner and they're missing something, we'll do our best to match you up. Yep, make sure you have all your stuff with you when you go, because after we leave, we'll be kind of locking up and closing down. So if you do find out you're missing anything, just email us, Twitter us. Okay, so last thing is our after party is at Mead Hall down the street. If you need directions, let us know. That's really close by. Everyone here is welcome. We just need like a wristband or your ID tag, just so we know you guys are part of our day.
Or a shoe. I'll take a shoe.
A shoe? Yeah, that's fine.
What's the name again?
Mead Hall, like honey mead, M-E-A-D.
If you go up Broadway, you can't miss it.
Follow the massive.
Follow the crowd.
Look for the global sign or BSides strip bags.
It has 2 terribly insecure keys as their logo.
That'll be at 6, so we'll probably have like a half hour, 45 minutes before we get down to Mead Hall. So we've been asked about food. No, we bought the drinks. There'll only be like a couple of hors d'oeuvres, so try and get some food maybe between here and Mead Hall. Just lots of beer, apparently. Yeah, don't fall. Exactly. Okay. So, do we have the CTF yet?
Yeah, so, hi, everyone. Yeah, thanks. It's been a long day today. Really just wanted to remind everyone, I actually had a couple of reminders. Anyone who likes security, check out bostonsecuritymeetup.com. There's we have like a tool of the month, some things. And last, without ado, Paul Drapeau will be talking about the CTF results and giving out prizes to our winners.
So for those of you that don't know me, Paul Drapeau, I go by PDog77 on IRC or Twitter. I've been tweeting all day about the CTF event that we had here, and we were hiding in the room down the hall here playing music and doing CTF challenges, capture the flag challenges. So a lot of people put a lot of work into this event before today, you know, and without them, something like that wouldn't have been possible. And it's really hard to see what individual contributions each one of them made. But they're my challenge authors, people out there that I've been bugging for weeks to say, build me a challenge for the CTF, get me the challenge now, is it tested, did we do it right, etc. So some of them were players as well, as something kind of different that I tried here, but quick recognition of some of those folks. Skylar helped me out with a physical security challenge. Brent Dukes did some Windows binary challenges, and
Raise your hand, Brent.
He's going to raise his hand again. And then 523, Ryan did some cryptography web stuff in the back. Daniel helped me out with some B-sides trivia. There were some fun trivia questions in there worth a couple of points. John Claudius, who I don't think is here, he helped me out with a network challenge that just, it blew my mind. It was awesome. I presented some stuff at Mass Hackers that he had done at DEF CON before, and said, I've always wanted to make this into a CTF challenge, and this was when, a week and a half ago or something like that. And I said, okay, well, we have a CTF event, write it up. And he did, and it worked. No one solved it. So those are some great challenges. So let me just quickly talk about what we did, what was going on there for those of you that don't know what a CTF is and why one would do something like that. Basically, we did a Jeopardy-style CTF. It had various challenges worth various point values across multiple categories, and they're kind of the general categories of security stuff. There was some binary analysis and exploitation. There's some web security type challenges. Obviously, I had mentioned physical security challenges. So competitors logged into the system, got access to a scoreboard that had these challenges listed out, and they could pick individual challenges, solve them for points. Highest point value wins at the end of the day, and that's one style of the game. It works well in this forum here. It was an 8-hour game. I previously helped at Source with a 24-hour game, which was a little bit different. And I sort of stumbled into this. It's a lot of fun to run these kind of things. It's not a spectator sport, so I wanted to see what was going on, because a lot of great challenges, a lot of amazing talent that competes in these events and builds the challenge. You can learn a ton. So I wanted to find some way to get involved. So Zach Quine was doing the Source challenge. I said, hey, I think I have some hardware, and I can help you get some hardware for Source. That turned into like writing challenges for it and putting the hardware together for Source, and then doing it again here. So I definitely recommend that people get involved with helping to run these things, writing challenges, or playing the games, because you can learn a lot and kind of really broaden your knowledge with people that are absolutely great at doing these various things. I'm going to take some questions if people have questions, but I want to recognize those who won. So at the end of the day, there are winners and losers in these things. So Team Veracode wins again. So they won at Source, and they won today. We have some books and some shot glasses, but we have a phone plug. To add to your set of 20th century.
Run, Greg.
Second place, who I've seen this guy play in 2 of these events now within a couple weeks, and he plays alone against people that are on teams, and he's always up there. So that's Brent Dukes. He took second place all on his own. And if you want to quickly take your pick of No Starch book. Okay. And then in third place, coming out of nowhere, and I knew I'd forget your names, and I've already forgotten your names, Team Will Nat, which stands for? Willie and Nati. So do I have a couple minutes? Yeah. Does anyone have any questions or want to talk about this in any certain direction? No? Okay.
Are you going to publish the challenges or not?
So I'll publish a general write-up about kind of what we did, the infrastructure, the general set of challenges, some of the challenges that I contributed. I'll let the challenge writers decide whether they want to publish their challenges, especially the ones that maybe weren't necessarily solved. But yeah, there'll be something out available, and I'll tweet about it. I'll use the BSides stuff and tag it so you can find it.
Yeah. Are you planning on having a newbie category next year for the capture the flag? Because many times I think on joining, but they can body slam me from afar. so I never join.
So they can body slam me from afar, and that's why I do it. So what we thought about doing was maybe having a set of challenges that were sort of in a playground type area that was separate from the rest of the CTF network, where we had maybe kiosk machine type things where you could kind of walk up and see what's involved in solving a couple challenges and then decide whether you wanted to pop into the event. That was one idea that we kicked around. The challenges really did range, though, from what I would consider the very basic. Some keys were embedded in the source code of the scoreboard, for example. You know, so that key was in everybody's face probably 1,000 times today. Doing source on the web page got you 50 points. Relatively simple binary exploitation overflow kind of thing. So, you know, at these type of events, there might be challenges that are, you know, very, very accessible even if you haven't done it before. And it's not, this isn't an attack and defend type format where you're trying to really play against the other players. You're more or less playing against the scoreboard.
You consider using the year before challenges with the write-ups as hints along the way if you see you want to get into it.
Yeah, that's exactly a great idea for that. Using the year before's challenges or previous year's challenges with write-ups as hints. All right. Well, thank you very much. Had a lot of fun today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Okay, so we're almost done. We're almost at the very big raffle. I just want to take a moment and thank all of the sponsors who really helped us out and make this event great and give us all this wonderful swag. The vendors who came out, and especially the staff. So if I could just have all of the organizers come up real quick for a picture, that would be really great. And most importantly, we want to recognize Roy at WR0 because he put this whole thing together almost single-handedly. We did almost nothing. So thank you, Roy. And we have some more on you.
April 15th occurred, we would say this to Roy: be strong, breathe deep. Roy, thank you for... Anybody who hasn't handed in all their vendor sheets yet? All right, we're going to get to the final evaluations, but first we're going to do the vendor sheets. We're going to do some drawing, and while we're doing the drawings for the vendor prizes, people fill out, complete your final evaluations, and we'll collect those, okay?
All right, thank you. One more hand for Roy.
I couldn't have done it without all of the organizers and volunteers. It took almost 1 year in the making, a lot of endless nights of non-sleeping, and also, yeah, it's a full-time job as well, another full-time job. But again, I want to thank all the sponsors, thank actually everyone for coming, and yeah, definitely, thank you very much.